This video will guide you through 8 steps needed to write a land contract. Land contract drafting is a frequently requested service on the Contracts Council platform, since buyers and sellers want to make sure they are legally protected when transferring land ownership. If you need to write a land contract, this video is for you. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. This video will cover the purpose of land contracts, key terms to include in your document, and 8 steps to follow to write your agreement. We've also added a link below with information on lawyer pricing if you want to know the cost of hiring a lawyer. Now let's get started. Purpose of land contracts. Land contracts are legally binding agreements between a buyer and a seller for the sale of land. The purpose of land contracts is to clearly define the terms of the sale, protect the rights of both parties, and ensure mutual understanding of the transaction. Without using contracts, parties can open themselves up to legal issues. Some reasons why using a land contract is important are as follows. 1. They create a clear agreement of sale terms and conditions. 2. They protect both the buyer and seller's rights. 3. They lessen the possibility of disputes. 4. They ensure compliance with real estate laws. And 5. They safeguard against potential liabilities and risks. What to include in a land contract? There are common terms used in land contracts. Here are some you will find. 1. Names of the parties. The agreement includes the legal names of the buyer and the seller and any third-party brokers if needed. 2. Property description. This section describes the land being sold, including any specific details like its parcel number. 3. Purchase price. This section specifies the amount to be paid for the land. 4. Payment terms. This outlines the payment method and schedule, including any financing terms. 5. Possession date. This section states when the buyer will take possession of the land. 6. Contingencies. This section sets conditions that must be met for the agreement to be binding. An example could include inspecting the property. 7. Default and remedies. This details the consequences of a default by either party. And 8. Dispute resolution. This details the procedure the parties can take in the event of a dispute. 8 steps to writing a land contract. Here is a list of 8 steps you can follow to draft your land contract. 1. Review the commonly used clauses discussed earlier in this video or find a template online to use as a reference. This will allow you to know what to include. 2. Identify the key information you want to include in your agreement. This may include details about the property, purchase price, and payment terms. 3. It is critical to use clear and concise language that both parties can understand. 4. Once you've written your clauses, organize them so that they are logical. For example, you likely want to have the property description section come before the purchase price section. 5. Be sure to incorporate any applicable laws and regulations that may be specific to your state or locality. Note this may require research. 6. If you are unsure about anything, consider using Contracts Council's platform to seek advice from an experienced real estate lawyer. 7. Review and revise the agreement to make the language clearer and confirm you have included everything needed. And 8. Create a single document to serve as your land contract and ensure both parties have access to it. Drafting a land contract is a vital step in protecting both the buyer and seller in a real estate transaction. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching.